we just got a brand new limited time mode in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and it is a mode. It really is just a mode. I'm sorry. I love Christmas limited time modes, and I was super excited to hear that Jingle Hells was coming back from Cold War. I did like the mode in Cold War. I think the only thing that really lacked from that mode was the lack of the Easter egg and such. But when I heard that Jingle Hells is coming back with the main Easter egg unlocked, I was like, hell yeah, this is gonna be awesome. And they're introducing like different difficulty things like if the spider round comes in, you basically slow down because it's getting frozen outside. So you have to go undercover and such in order to resume your normal sprint speed and such. So that's great to hear. But now that I've played it and gone through the Easter egg, it's just not great. It's not great at all. I personally think the problem with this mode is that one, the presents don't give any good loot. They're basically just weapons of higher rarity. And another thing as well, weapon drops in this game don't give you your loadout drop at all. It's just a gun with random attachments. So first off, that's a big problem that hasn't been fixed at all. And I really want Treyarch to fix that because there's a couple of like side Easter eggs and stuff where it drops a higher rarity gun, but it's not your loadout gun. The only way you get your loadout gun is from the mystery box or wall buys and such. So that's a big problem, and I think that problem really showcases itself in Jingle Hells. So most of the time, I'm not even picking up these weapons because it's just not the weapon I need. It's not my loadout weapon or my zombie build kit and such. And another thing that's a major problem is that they just took away the arsenal machine, they took away the mystery box, and they took away the crafting table. Now, why is this a problem? And I know a lot of people have been saying, well, this is an example of how classic zombies is going to be in Black Ops 6 Zombies, that mode that was leaked a couple of months back and such. And people were saying, like, oh, this is what classic zombies would feel like and such. And I'm going to have to disagree. I don't see how this is a classic zombies mode just because they take away something from the modern era of zombies and try to make it like the more classic zombies experience, it doesn't mean it fixes the problem. And what I mean by that is that Black Ops 6 Zombies is designed on an idea, right? Black Ops 6 Zombies is designed in a way where the armor system works, where the augments work and such, where the game systems all work together. And if you remove one or the other, it breaks the other, right? So if you're removing like the crafting table, the arsenal machine, right? You're effectively taking away options for the players to get the equipment that they want to use and the ability for them to actually progress through the game. So if they remove the arsenal machine, you can't upgrade your rarity, and the game's whole idea or basis is based on the rarity system because you need to do more damage to zombies, and the only way you increase damage besides a double tap perk and such, or without pack a punching 3 times, is through the rarity system. So just removing that, you're effectively just screwing up more systems in the game. So it's not making it difficult. It's not. It's just making it more of an annoyance. And that's my point here. This is not how a classic zombies mode should be designed. And I hope Turk is actually considering this and they're just doing, oh, let me just remove this, let me remove this, let me remove this, and boom, that's your classic zombies mode. That's not going to work. That's not how it's going to work. Let me give another example for people to understand as well. The armor system, right? The armor system is designed in this game to allow you to take more hits because there's more zombies on the map. There's more projectile damage inbound from parasites, manglers, and such. And, as you go in higher rounds, the zombies do more damage. So armor becomes a crucial thing. So with Jingle Hells now, no zombie drops armor plates. You can't even craft it in the crafting table because the crafting table is non-existent. So now you have to use Frenzy Guard or wait until Mangler spawn in and they drop armor. And that's the only way you're going to get armor. So you're basically locking yourself to one field upgrade. That's a big problem because why you have to lock yourself to one field upgrade when there's other ones that you want to use? That's basically forcing you to stay with one crutch field upgrade because that's the only way you're going to get armor. So that's a big problem with Jingle Hells. But now, if you remove the whole idea of the armor system, if we're going into a classic zombies mode, right, you basically are dealing with high damage zombies, and you only have 250 health, 300 if you use the probiotic juggernaut augment. And now, when you get to higher rounds, you could literally go down in 3 hits, 2 hits, or maybe even 1 hit if you're not careful enough. And that's because if they just remove the armor system because they want it to feel classic, that doesn't work. Like I said, just removing things doesn't work. And that's what a lot of people are not understanding here. Cool, I get it. We want classic zombies back. And I do. I do want to see a mode like that. But you got to understand in terms of like how Jingle Hells is working right now, you got to fix or you got to build a whole new system where classic zombies would work. And what I mean by that is like if you're not going to have armor, you basically got to change how the zombies damage works. You got to make zombies hit for 50 health at that point. You cannot make them hit for like 150 or whatever it is at higher rounds. You got to make them just hit for 50 health because at that point you're going to go down in just 2 hits if you don't have armor. So that has to be fixed. And then you have to build a whole new system if you don't want to have the arsenal machine. You basically got to remove rarities. And how are you going to replace the rarity system? I don't know. You could have it, tier 3 pap. Cool. But then you have to adjust the damage for the guns towards the zombies because tier 3 pap can get you pretty much somewhere, but it's not going to get you to the high points of having a tier 3 gold rarity weapon. So they have to adjust so many things in order for a classic zombies mode to work. And Jingle Hells is a great example of showcasing why removing stuff is not a good idea for a mode. And this is just constructive criticism for any future LTMs coming for Black Ops 6 Zombies. First off, if you're going to make a limited time mode, keep the base game present there. The whole point of a limited time mode is to elevate the base experience in different ways. Jingle Hells, I thought it was gonna be a way to like get like I don't know the jet gun early from presents if you're lucky enough and such. And like it would have been cool to see like, oh, if I got the jet gun on round one, cool. Let me try to do the Easter egg on round one. I know the Halloween event from Cold War is loved a lot because the drops there were crazy and you could do so many crazy things on that version of the game. I remember with D Machine, if you got all the Wonder Weapon variants, you could actually do the ending cutscene exfil within the Dark Ether, which is only possible when you do it on the Halloween version. So only when the Halloween version of that game comes out, you can do that Dark Ether exfil and such. So that's the thing, right? That's the thing. It's supposed to elevate the experience, not take away from it. And if you want to elevate it and make it difficult, just keep the thing that they were trying to, make a difficulty factor in, which is the spider frozen rounds and such. That's a great idea. I really like that because it forces players, oh, I got to go inside, stay here for a bit, kill the spiders, and move on to the next round. And they're pretty random. That's great. But once again, like I said, you can't just remove everything else. You gotta adjust a lot of things in that mode. And that's the problem here. This mode just removes stuff. It didn't adjust for anything else. And that's my problem with Jingle Hells. I think Jingle Hells itself visually looks amazing. I think this is a better looking version of Liberty Falls, if I'm being honest. And that's great. But the gameplay itself is pretty annoying and not fun in my opinion. I know some people may enjoy that and such, but for me personally, it's not fun. It's not something that I'm going to repeat every day until it goes away. I personally feel like, if they wanted to bring Jingle Hells and remove some things, they had to adjust other things. So, once again, providing some constructive criticism, let's make the presents offer more better rewards like crystals and ether tools, and also, they need to fix the weapon drops where it's actually your loadout weapon, not just a random weapon with random attachments on it. So they need to fix that. And then what else can I say? I mean, there's pretty much the naughty and nice thing. They could probably do more rewards if you get nice. Like maybe if you're holding your weapon out, it pack punches it or upgrades its rarity to any rarity randomly, and it's just a random reward, that activates when you pick up the power up. But whenever you get nice, you just get more presents, and it's basically the same thing every time. So that's where Jingle Hells is really lacking. And with the whole debate of the classic zombies mode and such, like I said, you can't just remove stuff and call it a classic zombies mode. It's not gonna work. It's terrible, terrible. Like, it's a terrible idea if they do it like that. They need to adjust so many different things. And yeah, like I could talk about it for a whole other 10 minutes, but that's overall my thoughts on the whole Jingle Hells mode and the entire debate about classic zombies and such. And overall, I think Jingle Hells is like setting a low bar for like the LTM modes in Black Ops 6 Zombies. I hope Prayer can elevate the experience better. That's what I was saying, that the base experience should be there and the LTM should elevate them even more to make them feel rewarding and such. And I hope Prayer takes that into account. Really looks at the Halloween event from Cold War, take a page out of that book and implement it here in Black Ops 6 Zombies. And a lot of people are going to enjoy that. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you have any thoughts on Jingle Hells or the whole talk about the classic zombies mode and such, leave it in the comment section below. I want to see your thoughts and everything. And yeah, that'll be all. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.